Now we are going to start developing. We are going to start creating our form. Okay, so let's refer to where we saw there. So the first thing is the month, the date, and the load. The month, the date, and the load. The month, the date, and the load. And then you can see that there's something down here. Something down here. So we'll do that one as well. So the first thing we'll do is we'll look for our toolbox, which is down here. You can get your toolbox when you come to view. You have your toolbox right here. It is here. Toolbox is here. So you can click on it to get your toolbox. Then it will come in this way. Most of the controls that we use are in all Windows forms. These are all the controls. The one commonly used are the common controls. That's what we are going to use. Later on, you can explore to find out some of the rest. So the first thing we'll do is we'll pick a container, and then we'll use a group box. A group box. You see how the group box is used. A group box. So we'll click on it, and then we'll come here and then we'll draw whatever size we want. So that's the size I want to draw. So you can label it, or in what we are designing, I removed it. So there was nothing there. So like that. So you click, you go to text, and then you remove the text from there. You can add it back. When you add it and press enter, it comes back. You can remove it. So that's the group box. Now we have the label. We use a label to write on the form. So click on the label. Then we come to text on the property window. Then we just type month. There you are. Okay. Add this so that we get exactly what we are looking for. Now the next one is date. So under the common controls, we pick date time picker. Date time picker. That's the date. You can configure it to display time. You can configure it to display date. You can configure it to display anything you want, any format you want. So I'll show you how to do that. So when you come into the property window, the first thing I like to change is the reference name. So I'll change it to DT, which is date picker. You can use your own format. This is what I use. So date picker month, name it month. And you should give your controls meaningful names. And because I will have to change, I'll be changing this. I'll use there's a control called custom format. I'll be using custom format. And then there's another thing you can also do here. You can also do long date, which is what we have there, and do short date. That's what the system has given you. And do time, so it gives you only time. And then I want to use the custom date. I want to tell how I want the date to show. So I will click here, custom date. Then I'll come to custom format to change the format. So if I want only month, I can just type MMM dash YYYY. This is the full year. And then boom, that is it. If I add one more M, it's going to give me the full month. That is it. July 2021. That is our month. So that's how you do it. That's how we do it. Then you come here. We need a button, so we use the button under the common controls from the left hand side. Click on button, and then we draw a nice button. Good. First thing I do, I give it a name BTN, which is I use for button, and then load. This can load details for that month for me. So that is it. Then I come down, change the text to load. Good. Load. So that's it. That's my load. And I can readjust my form to suit exactly what I'm doing just by clicking at the end and then allowing the pointer to change this way, and then I can drag, make it bigger, or drag to make it smaller. Okay, so that is it. And then for the button too, there are so many things you can change. Later on you can go through it yourself and change the flat style. So I can do pop-up. See, always changing standard which I'm using, system. So you have different changes that you can apply. You can change the color if you want. Any color you select for the font, you can change the font size. You can do here. I mean, just go through and try some of. You can change the back color to any color that you want, depending on what you are doing. But I'm sticking to the standard, with the standard. So that's it. So we are done with our first, the topmost design, which is this one. The next one is a search box that you can search to your expenditure. So we are going to use a text box. The text box simply allows you to type. So I click on it and then I'll draw what I want to draw here. So that's my text box. Then I'll label it. I'll give it a name. The name that we'll use, search. Search. Everything else remains the same. And I can give it a back color. Give it still blue. Still blue. Oh, or I can just come here and type it. You can just click here, highlight it and type still blue, because I've used it for long, so I know. That's it. That's the color right there. Or I can use highlight. Any color you want. Any color of your choice. Sky blue. That's our text box for searching. Then next, we need a grid view. So I look for grid view. Grid view is supposed to be in data. Yes, it's under data. So I'll go to data, and then I'll pick data grid view. Then I'll just draw it. The size I want to contain a lot of expenditure, so I bring it down like that. Yep. Now there are different ways you can use grid view. You can select the data source, but we are not going to use any of those. I'm going to code for all these things. Okay, I'm going to code for it. These are some options that you can add or remove. So that's it. Data grid view. So next we are going to do is to add our buttons. Then our labels and all the things we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 of them. So reduce this a little bit. Bring this down a little more. So next one is just copy this one. Paste it here, right here. We need 5 of this. So One way I've learned to copy is just to select the label, press the control key down, and then drag it. It copies. Select, press and hold the control button and drag the item. It copies it for you. To copy again, press the control down and hold, and then click and drag. You get it. So the first item in the list is expense date. So I want to text and then I change it. Expense date. Good. The next one is expense category. So I change that one as well. Expense category. Next one is purpose. Purpose. Next is beneficiary. Next is amount. Let me show you one thing. See the way this one is arranged. Look at the way this one is arranged. So we can do that. Just I've selected all, and then we come here. We do right align. So boom, align all to the right. And just push it up. So that's it. So for the date, I can copy this and paste it somewhere here, and then just add it. There's the arrow down arrow key to move it around. And then because it's date, so we need a date there. So I'll go back to custom format, and then I'll add DD as the date, the day. So it has added it. That's it. Then expense category should be something we should be able to select. So you need a combo box. Or a drop down list. But I'll use a combo box. So I'll pick the combo. Then I'll just leave it there. Use the arrow to move it. Then I'll drag it across the screen for design sake. So that's it. Then for purpose we need a text box. So come here, text box. Draw a text box. The text box. And then beneficiary, the same thing. So I'll click on it, hold the control button down, and then drag it. Then it makes a copy for me. Then for amount, the same thing. I would control button down, then I click and drag, then it creates a copy for me. Now for the amount is small, so I'll move it here. Then I'll align all these things by using left align. So bam, it's aligned for me. Now what I usually do is the amount, I signify that it's an amount by putting 2 zeros there, dot 0 0.00, which means it's an amount. And then here we can also move it to the side by looking for the text align. So we align it to right. Let's move the text to the right. The last thing we need to do is bring another container, this group, bring another one down here so we can put our our buttons in there. Okay. I remove this as well. Then we need 4 buttons. So the first one will be new, next one will be save, next will be update, the last one will be delete. So let's name it quickly and then we can end this video. So we have update, we have save, then we have new. So we finished designing our screen. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to do coding for this to make your expense tracker complete. So we'll learn how to do the coding, we'll connect it to the database and all that next time, the subsequent videos. Thanks for watching and please subscribe.